Hi, my name's Nick, and I recently re-downloaded the dating apps, and they made me feel all of these ways. So I did a bunch of research, a load of thinking, and this is what I found. In this video by Mimble Data, he takes 1,000 people and runs a bunch of simulations. He basically takes some of the latest stats, like women outweigh men 2 to 1 on these apps. Men are swiping right 3 times more than women, and 50% of women's likes go to 15% of men, and 50% of men's likes go to 25% of women. And then he throws in attractiveness. And this is where it gets crazy. So the average man got around 1 like and less than 1 matches, whereas the average woman got around 85 likes and around 6 matches. The game is rigged. So girls are coming onto dating apps and getting validation, and men are going onto dating apps and getting the complete opposite. And that happened to me. I downloaded the dark triad of dating apps and I felt worthless. So I made this video, and hopefully you'll feel better by the end of it. So obviously this data is not perfect, but it makes a lot of sense. Like, if you've used a dating app, you'll be able to talk to this. And I know what you're thinking. This is just the same in real life. This is just how it works. Like, women have the choice. And you're right. But if you're not getting any luck with women, to be able to sit at home and download a thing in your hand and basically be shown all these women that you do not have a chance with on the app and that you're not good enough is fucking depressing. After I stopped feeling like a worthless piece of shit, I got angry. And I think they're putting out the wrong messages. They're teaching us the wrong things. Being attractive is not 6 pictures, 3 prompts, and a fucking job title. It's just not. So while a lot of people are glued to their screens, making sure they have perfect profiles, perfect Instagrams, it's like, what game do you want to play? Life's all about which games you choose to play, right? Do you want to be competing with a bunch of chads trying to mold the best profile, standing in a fucking virtual queue like a pillock? Or do you want to work on yourself, make yourself a better person, a better communicator, a more interesting person, and most of all, a more confident person? If you ask a woman out in person, no matter how difficult and how scary it is, it will instantly put you miles ahead of everyone else that's too scared to do it. It's a superpower. And women want to be approached more, apparently. Obviously, don't just go out and start asking every woman you see that's attractive, will you be my one true love?
A few moments later.
So I'm just in the car now. I've just left a restaurant where I was being served by a waitress and she was beautiful. And I said to my sister, like, oh man, like, should I ask her out or whatever? My sister was like, yeah, go for it. Like, you're making this YouTube video. Like, you should definitely go for it. And I was so nervous. I came back to the car and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going back. So I went back down. I went up to her and I said, hey, I must have been shaking, but you know when you think you're shaking, but you're probably not. And I was like, hey, I think you're beautiful. I was wondering, can I get your number? And she rejected me. She said, hey, like, so sorry. My boyfriend just left Australia. And I'm just not in a place right now. But you can probably hear in my voice, like, so nervous doing it. It's been a long time since I've done something like that, like sober. And I'm so glad I fucking did it. I got that rejection and now I feel fine, and now I feel like I can do it. And yeah, just trying to practice what I'm preaching right now. So 1 rejection down. Like most things, it's a skill and it's going to need practice. Try starting with just talking to random anyones on the street or in the supermarket and having a chat about the weather. I don't know. And then work your way up to chatting to attractive girls. At the very least, it will show that you're confident and that you have social skills. And if you make them laugh, you're in. Or you might not be, and they'll say no. And that's also fine. You'll get more confident and you'll be sharpening that skill. But be comfortable with rejection. Get it wrong 100 times. The worst thing that happens is you're exactly where you are right now. Confidence is like 90% of the game, honestly. And fuck sitting there, spending time, which we all do, trying to make the perfect profile or Googling what's the best prompt, what's the best pictures to have. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. You can tell that girls are doing this because every single one of their pictures on Tinder, like 90% of them, the first picture is them in a bikini. And it's like, of course, men use love to get sex and women use sex to get love. If you're not in the top 10% of attractiveness or in the top 10% of attractive profiles, you definitely have a shot with way more women than these apps will make you believe. It's not easy. Life is hard. Love is hard. It's not how we see it in the movies. Boy meets girl, they fall in love. It doesn't work like that all the time. Humans are flawed, and I just don't think these apps are good for us at all. Making average girls feel overconfident and making average guys feel like shit is not going to help our species. And these companies, of course, are businesses, and they're profiting from the one thing we desire most. They know exactly how we behave, and they're just trying to take our money. And to some degree, I don't blame them. It's a business. They have shareholders to pay, whatever. But say no, man. Use the time better. Join a run club. I don't know, this seems to be the thing now. So I wanted to make this video because these apps made me feel shit about myself. And I know there will be thousands of people feeling the exact same way. But you are and can be good enough. For sure. It might take a bit of work. It will take a bit of work. But I really, really do believe there's at least one person out there for everyone. And whatever's done is done. You don't get your time again. But you're here now. So throw your damn head up, put your best foot forward, and smile. The miracle of life is crazy. And I know it might sound like it's not going to help in the context of dating and love, like who cares? But it does. Because when you do meet someone, you want to be good energy. You want to be the best version of yourself. Being attractive isn't just this one thing, it's being attractive. You want to attract people. Someone that people are going to be like, yeah, that guy's cool, man. Like, I want to spend more time with that person. And you'll be fine. We'll be fine. Right?